Scorpio, listen carefully. This is not just another message, and this is not coming by accident. Something very serious is shifting for you right now. The chapter you cried over, the chapter that broke you in silence, the chapter you thought would never end, God is closing it. And what's coming next will not look like your past at all. This week is a turning point. A door is opening that cannot be forced, faked, or delayed. But here's the truth. Not every Scorpio is ready to receive it. Stay with me. Stay with, because what God is about to start will change how you see everything. Scorpio, if you found this message, it's because the timing is exact. Not early, not late. You've been carrying more than you ever showed, staying strong while everything around you felt uncertain. What many don't realize is that God has been watching your patience, your silence, and the way you kept going, even when answers didn't come. This moment is not about luck or coincidence. It's about alignment. Something is finally moving in your favor. And this week marks the beginning of a shift you've been preparing for without even knowing it. The old chapter is closing. Do not ignore this. Scorpio, before God opens a new chapter, the old one must end completely. And this is the part most people don't talk about. The pain you went through was not random. The delays, the emotional exhaustion, the nights where you questioned everything, they were preparing you to let go without looking back. You held on longer than you should have, hoping things would change, hoping people would show up differently. But God allowed that chapter to stretch until you were done emotionally, not just mentally. This old chapter was heavy because it was never meant to be permanent. It taught you boundaries, strength, and discernment. It showed you who was real, who was temporary, and who only had access to you because you allowed it. Scorpio, you didn't lose. You outgrew, and growth often feels like loss before it feels like freedom. Right now, you may feel a strange calm mixed with sadness. That's not confusion, that's closure, arriving quietly. God is removing attachments that no longer align with where you're going. This ending is necessary, even if it hurts a little. Don't revisit what God is closing. Don't reopen doors that were shut for your protection. Something new is already forming. But first, this chapter must end fully. The divine shift happening this week. Scorpio, something is changing right now. And it's not loud, it's subtle, precise, and divinely timed. This week marks a shift you won't need to force. You may notice it through small signs. A sudden sense of clarity, a calm where anxiety used to live, or an unexpected opportunity appearing without struggle. This is how God moves when the timing is right. Not in chaos, but in alignment. What's important to understand is that this shift isn't about luck. It's the result of everything you endured quietly. While others reacted, you reflected. While others complained, you carried on. And now, the energy around you is changing to match who you've become. Doors that stayed closed for months, even years, begin to loosen. Conversations happen naturally. Delays dissolve. Resistance fades. This week, trust what feels effortless. If something flows without pressure, that's a sign. If something suddenly feels heavy again, that's confirmation it no longer belongs in your new chapter. God is guiding you through intuition, not force. You're being positioned, not pushed. Pay attention to what repeats, what feels peaceful, and what aligns without explanation. This is the moment where preparation meets permission. Scorpio, don't rush it, receive it. What's shifting now is laying the foundation for something much bigger than you expect. What this new chapter is really about. Scorpio, this new chapter is not just about external success or sudden rewards. It's about who you are becoming. Many people think blessings always arrive as money, relationships, or recognition. But what God is giving you first is something far more powerful, inner authority. You're stepping into a phase where you no longer chase validation, explain your worth, or beg for clarity. You know who you are now. This chapter is about alignment. Things will start making sense without long explanations. You'll feel confident making decisions that once scared you. The confusion that kept you stuck will lift, and in its place will become certainty. Scorpio, this is the chapter where you stop reacting and start leading emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. You may notice people responding to you differently. Some will respect you more without knowing why. Others may drift away quietly. That's not rejection. That is a reality. God is positioning you where your energy is valued, not drained. You won't need to force connections anymore. What's meant for you will recognize you naturally. This new chapter also brings peace with your past. Not because it didn't hurt, but because it no longer controls you. You're no longer defined by what you survived. You're defined by what you've learned and how you now move through the world. Scorpio, this chapter is about power with humility, confidence with faith, and progress without pressure. It's quieter than you imagined, but stronger than anything you've experienced before. A serious warning for Scorpio: don't sabotage this blessing. Scorpio, before this new chapter fully unfolds, there is something you must be very careful about. Every blessing comes with a test, not to punish you, but to see if you're ready to protect what God is giving you. The biggest danger right now is going back to what feels familiar, just because it's comfortable. Old habits, old people, old patterns. They may try to reappear, not because they belong, but because they sense you're moving forward. Doubt is another trap. You've spent so long surviving that peace may feel strange. When things start going smoothly, your mind might question it. You might wonder if it's temporary or if something will go wrong. Scorpio, don't let fear speak louder than faith. This is not the time to overthink or self-sabotage. Be careful with who you share your plans with. Not everyone needs access to your next chapter. Some people can unintentionally delay your progress by projecting their own fears onto you. Silence right now is protection. Also, resist the urge to rush. If God is opening a door, you don't need to break it down. Move with patience and trust. One impulsive decision, one emotional reaction, or one moment of doubt can slow what's meant to flow naturally. Stay grounded, stay observant. This blessing requires maturity, not force. Protect your peace. It's the key to everything that's coming next. What God expects from you right now. Scorpio, this moment requires more than hope. It requires alignment. God is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be present. Right now, the most important thing you can do is listen inwardly instead of reacting outwardly. Pay attention to your intuition. The answers you've been waiting for are no longer outside of you. They're within. God expects you to move with integrity, even when no one is watching. Choose peace over proving a point. Choose patience over rushing outcomes. This is a season where small, intentional decisions matter more than dramatic actions. Protect your time. Guard your energy. Say no when something doesn't feel right, even if it once did. You're also being asked to trust the process without demanding proof. Faith here means moving forward calmly, even when you don't see the full picture yet. Let go of the need to control every detail. Do your part, then allow God to handle the timing. Scorpio, stay grounded in gratitude. Speak positively about what's coming, even in silence. When you align your actions with faith, doors open effortlessly. This is how you honor the new chapter, by becoming the person ready to receive it. Scorpio, if you've stayed with this message until now, take that as confirmation. This wasn't meant to be background noise. It was meant to find you. The shift you're feeling isn't imaginary, and it's not wishful thinking. God doesn't prepare you for nothing. Everything you endured, every delay that frustrated you, every moment you felt unseen, it all led here. This new chapter doesn't arrive with chaos or dramatic signs. It arrives with peace, clarity, and quiet confidence. You'll notice yourself responding differently to situations that once drained you. You won't feel the need to explain, chase, or prove anything anymore. That's how you'll know you've crossed into a new phase. Remember that what God is starting now cannot be undone by people, opinions, or past mistakes unless you hand your power back. Stay aligned. Stay grounded. Let things unfold naturally. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Before you leave, I want you to seal this intention. If you are ready for this new chapter, comment ready below. And if this message resonated, stay connected because this is only the beginning. Scorpio, don't scroll away without anchoring this energy. Engagement is intention in action. If this message spoke directly to you, type ready in the comments to claim alignment with this new chapter. Then like this video as a signal of faith and commitment. Save it if you feel called to return to it later. Stay present, stay grounded, because what begins now responds to how seriously you receive it.